Welcome dear students, this is Sandeep Sharma. I am teacher of English and today I am here with a topic, as you can see, letter writing. Before I explain you what is letter writing, I want to tell you that this is going to be very important for you. Okay, this topic is not only important up to your school life, rather this is going to be much more important after your school. All right, this is going to be useful for your coming professional life. Okay, be it any kind of profession you go for. It could be education, it could be industry, it could be you can say business, it could be anywhere you can go. Wherever you go, this is going to add a certain quality in your working area, I would say. So I hope you will pay enough attention on understanding what a letter writing is. Okay, so if I explain you what this definition means, it is a written or typed or printed communication. Basically, it is a certain type of communication. And communication, when you talk of, this is between always two. All right. So it's a written, typed, or printed communication between two individuals. It could be, or it could be two organizations, or from an individual to an organization. That means from a single person to an organization, and or from an organization, that means from a group of people to an individual. It could be. This is this letter writing, and it is generally longer or more formal than a note. Note, if I explain you, note is a short informal type of letter. Okay, and basically a note could that be called that you write information in a brief way when you are talking to somebody and you are making notes of your meeting with that person. So this could be okay. So this is also a type of communication. Today, students, we are going to focus on formal letter writing, basically. Okay, before that, I want you to understand between an informal letter and a formal letter. If you will go for a formal letter, you are definitely going to be very much impressive, okay, for the examiner. All right, now let's first of all understand what is the difference between informal and formal letter. Okay, so this is the slide for you, students. Informal versus formal. So when you are writing, okay, to your friends, to your parents, family, or your relatives, they all are personal to you. Okay, and formal one is when you write to the office, that is entirely related for the official purposes. Got it? That means the way you are talking to your brother, the way you are talking to your friends, in the same way you cannot carry on in the office. Okay, so this is the basic difference. And in informal letter, see the second point now. In informal letters, we can write contractions. Okay, we can make contractions. That means can't, shan't, won't, weren't, haven't, aren't, ain't. For example, ain't is AIN apostrophe T. Okay, and ain't is the short form, students. I would like to tell you, maybe you don't know about it before. Ain't is the contraction for is not, am not, are not. Okay, that means for any one of these you can use the contraction ain't. All right, and also for have not or has not. Okay, so contractions, students, these are allowed in informal you can say writings or informal speech. All right, but whenever you are talking about a formal one, then you are not supposed to use contractions. Okay, in formal one, especially in writing pieces, you should not use you should go for full forms. Got it? So next part is idioms. Idioms, students, everywhere idioms are used. Okay, every language, every word, one particular word, if you pick any word, okay, one particular word, could have more than 25 idioms related with that. So your idioms, whatever you say, your proverbs could be understandable for your friends, for your family or your parents. Okay, you do not expect. Okay, we should not expect this from from our, you can say, office world. All right, from our, you can say, professional world, that they will also understand all kinds of things that we use in our daily life. For example, this is an idiom that Indian summer. Okay, it is an idiom that Western people they use. What it means that if you are having a good time, okay, then they say that Indian summer is going on in their life. All right, salad days and under the weather. Under the weather means when you are not feeling well, when you are you can say ill or sick, you can call yourself that you are under the weather, because many of the diseases that we face in our life, it is while changing, okay, the season or the weather, and we come under that weather. All right, so no idioms in formal letters. Okay, now phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are the verbs, students, we make using a verb and a preposition. All right, so this point could be very difficult for you. All right, for example, let's say these are two words, find out. It is in phrase, this has been conveyed, but instead of using find out, instead of using these two words, why don't we use discover? All right, why don't we use identify? Okay, this could also be used. If we replace these phrasal verbs with the proper words, okay, this is going to be very easy, okay, and impressive. All right, and you can write in informal letters, like you have ordered something or you want something, and you say that send it soon. Okay, and but the formal way of telling these things could be that you may send it at your earliest convenience. Okay, or I would request you to please deliver the ordered at the very earliest, or at your very earliest. Okay, in a very requesting mode, in a very pleasing mode you will have to be. Okay, and now very really these words also should be avoided. Instead of that, strongly you can use. And many people they use abbreviations. Okay, there are few common abbreviations are okay, but students, we cannot expect this from our you can say colleagues, or in the office, or from the people whom we are writing a letter, that they will understand each and everything. Okay, or every abbreviation they will be able to can say decode. So instead of, let's say, TV or VIP, you can use television or a very important person. Next is students types of letters. Okay, so basically I have categorized them in four types. All right, one is business letter, other is official letter. Official letter could be based on can say based for official purposes. It could be a letter to commissioner, or it could be any other office letter, any chairperson, to any principal. It could also be. So letters to editors, okay, job applications. These are the four types of letters I have categorized, and every other letter can be easily sufficed. All right, applications can suffice in job applications. Fine. So let's understand now one by one. Okay. So first of all, here is the definition for a business letter. What is a business letter? These letters are written by commercial and business firms or for them. Okay, so such letters are written by commercial purposes or business purposes. Basically, the idea is, okay, commercial purposes are those purposes when you include the information of selling or buying things. All right, or when you are discussing about profit or loss. all right, give and take you are discussing, then that's all for commercial and business purposes. And they require simple and formal language, I would say. Okay, more simple you are, more accurate and more formal you will be in formal letters, business letters. Okay. And these are the types of business letters. I have included almost every type of business letter in it. And first of all, we have giving and asking for information. Okay, when you give information or when you ask for information, okay, it could be about any product, it could be about any course, that will come under business letter. When you're talking about placing order or you want to cancel the order that you had already placed, okay, for both and sending replies in response to inquiries. That means somebody has asked for an inquiry, okay, or somebody has asked for you can say furniture from your showroom, all right, and how to send a proper reply, okay, that you have these many items, and you want to tell them what all do you have, okay. And then is making inquiries, you want to make proper inquiry. And another is a complaint letter. Complaint letter, it could be regarding a defective piece, household item that you purchased, or a complaint could be regarding that somebody is making you can say very harassed, all right, or he's can say creating trouble for you concerning anything or concerning any formal issue, all right. Formally we will understand that, okay. In formal world or in professional world, how people harass each other, and how you can file a complaint or how you can write a better complaint letter regarding that, okay. Now let's move on. So now let's see the format of a business letter. This is students the format of a formal letter, and especially I have designed it for the purpose of business letter, okay. So initially you can see here, this is a writer's address, okay. In writer's address you can include house number, street name, city name, pin code. Many students, they can ask that sir, we don't get house number, street name or city name sometimes, or at least a street name they don't get. So students, it's not really important for you to write these things, okay. This is an address, and this is how the sequence of address should be, all right. If you have a house number, you go for that. If you have a street name, you go for that. If you have pin code, you go for that, okay. By the way, if I tell you, right, no address is complete without a pin code, okay. So how much is given there, you write that much. If if these things are not there, you don't write. If any of these things are not there, still you have to write an address in at least 2 lines, okay. For example, sector 3 Gurugram, if only this much has been given there, then sector 3 you will write in upper line, and down that you will write Gurugram, okay. So this is the address of a writer, that means sender's address. This is, after that you will space 1 line, and then you will write date. The word date you don't need to write, only the date. For example, today is April 19 2000, whatever the year you have, okay. So that is the date. This is the way of writing date. Or you can also write 19th April 2000 and 1920, okay. And you could also write for example 19 April. Instead of writing 19th, you can write 19, then APR, April, and then the year, okay. But don't write just by giving hyphens in between. That will be wrong, all right. So students, next is the receiver's address, Here is the receiver's address. Initially, the name, if you have any, see, I have mentioned here, okay. If there is any name, you can write, all right. And then the designation. After that, you have name of company, and then the place and city. This is the order, right order you will have to write. If you have only designation, then you can write the designation. You can start with that. And sometimes we even don't have the designation. Okay, we don't know whether the person is clerk or a manager or something else. Only company name has been given. So you can write just the name of company. Still, it should come in 3 lines, the receiver's address. After that, again, you will space here line. Okay, here is a lines space. See, student, why I am asking you to give a space here? Because if you will not space, before and after date, this whole, can say this whole concept, sender's address and then receiver date also, this will be, a very hodgepodge. Okay, it will be a mess. Students, the examiner will not be able to understand what is this. Okay, the idea is to make clarity. Okay, sender's address is a different, can say, entry, and then date, and receiver's address is a different entry. You cannot combine them. Fine. Now, after subject, subject should be, for example, this is the, index line on the right side, students. And subject, your subject should not go in 2 lines. I want to say that. For example, you are ordering something, order for, mobile phones, order for books, and order for, anything, sports items. All right. It should come in 4 to 5 words. It should not occupy your complete line. And if it is going in 2 lines, students, this is not good. Okay. And then here comes salutation. Okay, while writing salutation, you will write either dear or respected sir or madam. Okay, hello, hi, these words are not right. Okay, they are not acceptable. They are the part of informal letters. And then after giving a lines space, what you are going to do, you are going to make 3 passages. Okay, 3 paragraphs you are going to make. The first paragraph of the body of your body, okay, is going to be an introduction, and you will clear the purpose of writing. Initially, you will introduce why you are writing a letter. Okay, what is the purpose of writing your letter? And then when you have successfully mentioned the purpose of writing your letter, in the second passage, you are going to include the details regarding, your it could be a problem, it could be an issue, or it could be any order. All right, it could be anything. So through the examples or facts or details, you are going to complete your second passage. And the third passage should be a conclusion. Okay, it could be in the form of suggestion, it could be a solution, appeal, or warning, depending on the statement, depending on the nature of the letter. You are going to write it in the third one. And then after, after, if you want to make the fourth one, a kind of thanks you can also give. And then after that, you can give 2 lines space, and here, it could be 2 lines space for the closing of the letter. Here you are going to write, yours faithfully, sincerely, and truly, depending on the person. Okay, and then your signature and designation. If you, if any name has been given, for example, in many statements we see you are Ram or Reena. Okay, so if you are female, then you can sign as Reena, or if you are male, then you can sign as Ram. But if no name has been given, then you don't have to put your name. Okay, you just can write ABC. All right, and then the designation. Okay, what is your post? You are writing that letter. So this is the format, students, of a letter. And here are some useful words or phrases. I want you to note down them. because if with these words or phrases, if you start your business letter, this is going to be very much impressive. Okay. So first of all, let's say you have seen an advertisement in the newspaper and then you are writing a letter. This will be like, this is with reference to your advertisement in the newspaper. At the word, newspaper, you can also write the name of the newspaper. For example, in Hindustan Times, dated. After that, you can write here date. Okay. Or you can see that, kindly refer to your quotation. That means, let's say you have already ordered something, okay, in bulk or as an individual, you have ordered. And after that, you must have got some quotation number, order number, all right. And you want to just you want to just, do the inquiry for the late coming the goods, okay. It could be one way, all right. So kindly refer to that quotation, or please refer to your latest catalogs, that something they have published, and that is the latest catalogs, and we accept your offer, the rates uh, negotiated upon, and would like to place an order for all right. And here is a Vidya school wants to place a bulk order for the purchase of. It could be any item. It could be books, or it could be sports items or music items. I have given you certain words or phrases that you can use. Okay, it will make your letter start well. All right. And here is a sample business letter, students. Okay, here is a random, sender's address I have picked up, 1206 Tulip Garden, Wellington Road, New Delhi. See, this is how your letter it should be. It should be in one alignment. Okay, your letter should look in wait. See this, students. Okay, this is all going in one alignment. All right, you cannot start date from here. All right, or you cannot start subject from this point or that point. Okay, you go in one alignment. More your text is uniformed, there will be more possibility of your scoring good marks. Okay, so this is the alignment you need to follow, one alignment. For example, this is the sender's address and then the date. Okay, and then you can write here the name of the person if you have any. I have written, let's say, Mr. Vinod Dhanderwal. He's manager. Okay, and then the name of the company. It is the place name and then the city. Okay, or state. And then here is the subject. I have written, let's say, order for laptops. After that, spacing the line, I will do the salutation, dear sir. And after that also there is one line's space. And this is the sample letter. Here is the body of this business letter. Let's say this is with reference to your advertisement in Hindustan Times, dated 12 June 2019 or any other year. Okay, I run a business, and see, this is the intro you have done. Okay, this is the intro you have done, because I mean you are saying that you saw an advertisement, and now if you have seen an advertisement, if it is regarding furniture, you are going to order for furniture, your purpose is clear. If you are going to order for books, then that advertisement must be regarding books. Okay, so here is the second passage. Okay, I run an online exam center. Somebody may be having an online exam center. Okay, and therefore I would like to place an order for several laptops as per the following details. See, students, this is the work you need to do. Okay, if you can make a table out of that and draw lines, this will be fine. But if this is the, you can say, arrangement you can do, that means see these things, you want to order for these many things. Here the serial number, and here is the brand for the laptop, color and number of laptops. All right, I have mentioned here Dell, Acer, HP. Okay, and then the colors, and then here I have can say the number of these can say laptops, like two pieces of Dell, 4 pieces of Acer, and 3 pieces of this HP. Okay, do not make a paragraph out of that. All right, do not make. If you will make a list, a formal list, it will look very much impressive in proper alignment. If you will make a list, so make a proper list, be it the order of books, be it the order of you can say sports items. All right, you can write the name of sports items, and then then brand or any other thing required, and the number of copies or things that you want from that. All right, after that, after mentioning these details, give a lines space, and then right here I request you to get them delivered between 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Okay, see this line, I am not writing here send it soon or send it quickly. I am not writing that. That is the part of informal. See the line, I request you to get them delivered between 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the address mentioned above. Okay, you have given address, you want things to be delivered at that address. I shall pay amount on delivery of the order. That means the item that you have ordered, when that will be delivered, you will pay in cash. Okay, that means this. And if you also want to mention for example that what are the days you will be able to receive. For example, you want to say that I will be available at home, or I will be able to receive only on Saturdays and Sundays. So this is again going to be fine. All right, or you can add that easily, no problem with that. Okay, in formal letter it is very much okay. All right, you can give the timing, and you can here students, you can also add one more line. All right, many people, they play very smart. What they do, that they also add one more line. What they add, they say that if the ordered item will not be delivered in the given space of time, okay, then the order will be considered as cancelled. Okay, so I mean they are playing very smart here, because they have not written a letter, cancellation letter, and plus they have included, okay, very smartly. All right, so now after that you can write here yours truly, and then signature, and then if you want to write your designation, you are a shop owner or you are the head of your branch, okay, you can write that. All right, so students, this is this much. Okay, this is the end of this you can say episode or this class. With more formal business letters we will do in our part 2, okay, of this business letter. In that we'll be covering how to cancel the order, how to file a complaint letter, okay, or how to do inquiry, proper inquiry of you can say ordered, or that you see in can say newspaper, or you want a brochure, these things. All right, so thank you very much for the day.